Hey, what's up, everyone? Chase Craig here with Own Boise, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Ada County existing home market dynamics that Keller Williams provides us here, all of us Keller Williams agents here, and we're going to kind of dive in my perspective on what's happening. So this is through the end of August. Today's September 17th. So let's just take a look. We're going to kind of look at a little bit of a global perspective. The first thing that jumps out, which jumps out on every single time I do one of these market dynamics videos, is really, and I don't talk about it a ton, but it's kind of sustainability. If you look at this trend line down here, typically our market cycles about 7 years good, 4 years not good, correction, slowdown, whatever, 7 years good or normal, 4 years not good, right? So it's kind of like this and then down and then this and then down. So here we go, 2011. So 2012, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would typically be the point where we're like, okay, time to start trending downward, right? You can see we had a huge jump in the average sold price in 2018. In fact, it's the second biggest over the last 7 years. You know, the biggest was obviously in 2013 when we really bottomed in 2011. We had a good bounce in 12, and then everyone knew it was on in 2013. So yeah, look at this trend line. That's just something to keep an eye on. Now, I see this all the time. I just actually saw someone's take on the market statistics, and they said, "Oh, the shift's here, and you can tell because of blah blah blah." I think a lot of these agents just haven't been selling real estate in Boise long enough to really understand that we always have a seasonal shift this time of year. I talked about this, I think, the last time. It's very, very, very normal to see we go strong about beginning of February, and all the way until about the end of May. We slow down for a little summer lull, pick back up late July through September, through the beginning of September, slow down again in September. We'll probably pick back up here at the beginning of October, and then we slow down again right around Thanksgiving until February. So that's pretty standard, pretty typical. We see inventory creep up a bit. But let's just get real. Like, look at these inventory numbers. I mean, you can't even see a house in Ada County under 150 grand. Yet in the last 12 months, 39 of them sold, and now there's zero, right? So it's not a super big surprise, but we've had 374 homes in Ada County sell under 200 grand. There's only 10 on the market, right? So just look at these numbers, these 0.3 months of supply. I mean, you've got to get up over $600,000 just to get over 3 months of supply. So when you combine that months of supply, the inventory we have, along with the fact that interest rates right now are around 3.5% for a 30-year fixed, our affordability is really, really strong, especially for people that are moving into this area. It's completely normal to buy a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 house. If you're a native Idahoan, unfortunately, you're in a tough spot. I mean, the average price of new construction right now in Ada County is around $550K. So you're probably not going to buy a new house if you're a typical Idahoan with a typical Idahoan wage from the Boise area. But we're still getting a lot of people moving to the area, and because inventory is still so low, I mean, it would take quite a while. I mean, we'll see the correction coming, in my opinion. Like, if there is going to be a slowdown, you'll see it coming. Watch these videos. Every single month, we'll see these numbers creeping up. I mean, until they creep up, like, until they're, at basically 200 and more up, until those numbers get to be 3-4 months of supply, like, you've got at least 6 months before that really starts to negatively impact pricing, because 3 months of supply is still a very strong seller's market. So typically what we're looking for is, an average market, like not really a buyer or a seller's market, is somewhere between 5 and 7 months of supply. I mean, you got to get over $1 million before you get up over that. So literally under a million in Ada County right now is still considered a seller's market. And until you start to see those numbers shift into what we would call like a neutral market, it's going to take time. That's the bottom line. So if you're thinking of buying real estate today and you're worried there's going to be a huge crash in 2020, in Boise here locally, it will take time. You'll see the train coming. It's not going to be like that, barring some crazy, world, you know, disaster. I just can't see anything changing very, very, very quick. Inventory is still so low. People want to move to Boise, and rates are low. That's going to keep people buying homes even with the prices high. So I think you're pretty well safe. Oh, my disk space is almost full. I think you're pretty well safe purchasing real estate right now. I mean, in the next 12 months, I don't see it going down. I just don't. I think you're going to see more of it going up. Maybe those higher prices up over 800, even 600,000. You might see that start to creep, like settle off, like plane out first. You might see that happening, but if you're under 600,000 Ada County, I just can't see it going below market, or excuse me, going down in the next 12 months. So that's what I got to say about the market right now. Take a minute to review the stats. If you want these market dynamics, I've got it broken down for each area. Here's CUNA. Here is Northwest Meridian. Here is Northeast Meridian. Just reply to this if you got it via email. You can reply to it there, or you can comment. We'd love to send you this data. We really like to educate our clients here at Own Boise and make sure that our clients and our real estate professionals that we work with on a regular basis are highly educated, because the more educated you guys are, the easier our job is. So thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any real estate questions, whether you're a real estate professional or a buyer or seller, reach out to us. We'd love to help you out. Thanks so much.